Welcome back to the SighSquad podcast.
What up? So, I know you all heard the news. It was released after the game, Game 6. I do have COVID.
Yeah, I did.
I saw.
And you went back out to celebrate.
My teammates really embraced me. They knew what was going on. We just won the World Series. They were able to take that risk. The season being over now. They are very nice about it.
Right. Did you still share a beer or two with your teammates?
Of course I did.
Great. That Stu Rob Manfred didn't stop you anyway. So
Nope.
Well, let me know how that investigation goes.
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Hopefully. But yeah, Dodgers did win the World Series.
They did.
In 6.
Yeah, they won in 6.
I've now predicted the NBA Finals and the World Series.
You have done that.
That is crazy.
And that's not even like your expertise.
How much did you pay the general manager of the Rays to pull Snell?
Take out Snell.
$50 and Applebee's.
Because you were one of the next batters after Snell was pulling. You were 3 batters away.
And I believe he did it. They did it in 2 of the 6 games, right? Pulled him early. I believe they pulled him early in the first or second game.
They pulled him early in the second game, but at that point they were up by significantly more runs. This is just such a bad coaching decision, bad coaching move. Like, this is the one thing I hate about baseball. This is the one thing I hate about the idea. Like, have you guys seen the movie Moneyball?
I have not.
Oh, disappointing. Well,
Sorry.
Never mind. Then I guess you won't get. So the Moneyball method is where you basically go deep into the analytics to get players who you can afford. A lot of these small market teams do it. The problem is when you invest in that system so much, because you get all these good players for really, really cheap, or you get them from the farm system, you trust analytics more than you do manalytics. And baseball is that sport where you trust analytics like way more than you really supposed to. When it really all it comes down, don't overthink it. Blake Snell's unhittable. Mookie Betts struggles against left-handed pitchers. Nothing to it. Keep him in.
Right.
Like, just keep him in. But kudos to the Dodgers for, I mean, they were obviously the better team, but we could be having a Game 7 right now if they would have kept Blake Snell in.
Yeah, hey, Mookie did win us free tacos, though.
He did. Thank you, Mookie.
All that matters, I think. Kershaw also got his ring finally.
Which he deserves. That helps his legacy significantly. The GO conversation helps by getting that ring.
And I saw their favorite in 2021, which I don't like either.
Well, you expect that's going to happen. That roster's not going anywhere.
That's so sad.
It ain't going anywhere.
So sad. I want to win one.
Well,
I'll take another chip.
Ben, where are you going next year?
I'm still the Dodgers.
That's not what I wanted.
It's basically free real estate.
I guess you're
I'm
right.
going to look up how long your contract is. Ben,
the house is free!
We'll see when we get to see you on a different team.
Alright. I'll let my man gotta do that all for me.
Did you see the end of Game 5, though, that...
oh my god, that was such
Rays
an awesome
play?
finish.
That
I
was
was so
amazing.
freaking hyped up.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
You're on a 4-year deal, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're good for a while.
I want to see what your wife...
Oh, you have a wife, Ben?
Apparently I do.
Dang, living a double life.
Congrats.
Do you have any kids?
Courtney? Hello, beautiful.
She didn't look ugly because she was out there.
Smooching with her cold.
Yeah.
How much did your wife... Like, what did you have to do?
I can't tell you that on air due to the rating system.
I understand.
Oh, man.
Was that a very popular thing
But you
amongst
stole
the
my
team?
style for a little bit.
Team camaraderie?
Yeah, I was you before you.
Dang. He's been looking up to you and he didn't even know it.
Damn.
But yeah, baseball's finally over for...
Yay.
Wow, when's it supposed to come back?
I haven't heard anything about that yet, but they'll probably be able to get back to a normal schedule soon because they ended.
When do they typically start?
They
July?
typically start. Spring ball starts usually in March,
When's the actual season starting?
April.
So, yeah, they could...
Well, to be fair, the World Series in a normal regular season would have ended right about now anyway. Like, we are in October, so really the schedule.
You're right.
Like, baseball is the only sport where they won't have a major scheduling issue, and football,
Nice.
of course.
Nice,
So.
nice. Hey, baseball's over, but it's not really.
Yeah, they'll be probably the NFL ends, but then there's combine and draft.
We'll be hearing about
training
stuff for the
camp.
next...
I don't know.
Well,
They might just start striking out.
I know that Stu Rob Manfred, he might. He might find something else going on in his organization and then,
Well,
devalue something else.
right. Well, because all I can say is congratulations to the Dodgers for winning a piece of
I hope
metal.
he didn't cheat. I hope you didn't cheat, because that would be...
No, there's no way that could have happened.
It would be keeping the tradition going, though.
True.
That's the only way you can win World Series.
And they were screwed out by somebody else cheating. Might as well screw out the Rays, right?
Well, the Dodgers just view the trophy as a piece of metal, so yeah, let's just cheat to win.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's a piece of metal.
How'd that piece of metal feel, Ben?
Really good.
That's great.
It really.
It looked like it.
Oh, yeah.
What else happened? So this weekend, Khabib actually retired.
He did.
After he beat Justin Gaethje and
retired as the GOAT though.
Yeah, he did.
Not just in his class, but just probably
MMA all time.
Yeah, MMA all time.
I'd say he's probably up there with George St. Pierre, and I don't know if you put DC up there. I do, but
yeah, I would put the likes of John Bones Jones,
right?
George St. Pierre, and then Khabib's got to be up there.
Pretty cool to see that he got the win there.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
I don't blame him for retiring. He is retiring somewhat early, but I mean
he just doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it without his dad. Yeah, I don't blame him.
It makes sense. So had a great career.
Yeah, really solid career. I hope he enjoys retirement. He's one of the only few fighters I've seen that hasn't truly been dominated in any fight that he's been in.
And I can't see who wins the title next.
I don't know either.
Because it will be Gaethje versus I think Woodley or something like that.
Yeah.
But especially with him going out as the champion,
right?
It kind of throws things off a bit. But we'll see. Maybe Brock Lesnar can come back and then knock Big Bones Jones down. I don't know. That'd be cool. But moving on to the next sport, the NBA. The Utah Jazz were sold today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, some billionaire.
I did not. They're a little out of my price range. It's all right, though. My bid for the Timberwolves is still a go.
All right. So
they're probably pretty cheap.
To be fair, they're probably pretty cheap.
They are. I'm like I said, I got a great offer set up. We got a great business plan going here.
Perfect.
Ask me if they'll trade with Applebee's 2 card for it.
Did you see?
I was gonna say
they might take that, but did you see who's on the Clippers free agency radar?
Rajon Rondo.
I can't believe that guy still has a job.
He showed his
well, but
I was gonna say he showed his he showed his value in the NBA Finals. Why you want guys like Rajon Rondo like that is the reason you want guys like that, because they bring that playoff experience, and for a Clippers team that needs that pedigree, clearly what showed last year, they need guys like Rondo.
Well, see, I'm still upset with Rondo sitting the whole season just because he's whining. To play in the playoffs, put us up 2-0 against the Celtics, Bulls, and then just stop playing again.
I do remember that series. Had Rondo played that series, you guys would have beat the Celtics.
I know. It would have been crazy. We wouldn't have had, I think that was the year before we drafted Wendell Carter Jr., but...
The Bulls. You go from drafting Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen to now you can't draft anybody right.
Well, there was the Derrick Rose era.
That's true.
We're not that far away from. It hasn't been that long since the Derrick Rose era where they were.
It feels like forever ago.
It was only 10 years.
Derrick Rose was kind of the Pistons though.
I want D-Rose to go to the Lakers and LeBron to win him a chip. If LeBron won Derrick Rose a championship, oh my God.
You think LeBron will win another one?
I don't think so. I think this was his last ring.
Really?
I do.
Yeah.
The West gets really tough next year.
Yeah, the fact that the super team still pretty much exists, minus Cupcake.
It's the Warriors are still a thing. Dallas said this week that they're going to be going for win now players to help out Luka and Kristaps. So that roster is going to be just almightily good. Clippers are going to be hungry next year.
What does Dallas need?
They have solid guards, but they don't have that difference-making, shooting guard.
So Devin Booker to the Mavs? Question mark?
If Devin Booker went to the Mavs, that could put him over the hump. That would make their shooting insanely lethal.
I think that's the only place I would actually like Devin Booker to go to.
Devin Booker's too lazy on a private island with Kim Kardashian.
Oh, God. He's with Kim Kardashian now?
No, he's not with Kim. He's with one of Kim's sisters.
Oh.
Wasn't he with Kendall?
Maybe. I don't know. So. Somebody in that family. It was in Kim Kardashian's picture.
Nice.
So, I mean...
Nice.
Kim's still with Kanye.
Yeah.
Yes. But Kanye is too busy with the Joe Rogan show.
Pissing on his Grammys.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Why are they cutting a log?
Because the Portland Timbers scored a goal. So it's tradition. Anytime a Timbers player scores a goal, they chop off a piece of log and they give it to the player that scored.
That's interesting.
Well, I'm not shocked.
He blocked that with his taint.
And he's feeling it now.
Cue log getting cut.
Wow.
Like,
amazing.
He's
well, look at the sportsmanship there.
Man.
You know that he straight up is only hurt because he got hit in the balls because he just grabbed his stomach. Oh, now I kind of hurt.
Wow.
Oh! That should have been a goal.
That was worse. So, NBA hoop ball.
Hoop
Yeah.
ball.
If Devin Booker goes to the Mavericks, I might switch teams.
Really?
That'd be lethal.
That would be
Are you
scary.
going to get a Dallas Stars jersey?
Oh, those Stars jerseys are so
I could not get a Dallas Stars jersey.
There's nobody historically good on the Stars that you could get?
No, because if you go historically good, then you have to go to the North Stars.
I mean, you could go Mike Modano.
But you could also do, it's not that I don't like players on the Stars.
You
like
could make a
Jamie
custom
Benn.
jersey with your name on it.
Actually, there was Brendan.
Yuri?
No, there's a Brendan. What was his name? There was a Brendan that played on the Stars for a while, way back in 2008 through 2011. His first name was Brendan, and he wore number 10. And I was
Brendan McBride.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's what I'm just thinking.
But I was like, he really sucked, so I wish he didn't have my name, but I like that. I like his choice in jersey number and the fact that his name's Brendan.
Brendan Urie.
It was not Brendan Urie.
That's what I thought.
That was not the reason why he was asking his mom to see that he made it.
Oh, yeah, it is that guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess I got Brendan Urie and Harry Styles with the first second.
One of my favorite professional sports Brendans is Brendan Gallagher on the. I think he's still on the Canucks.
Wow, you don't even know where your favorite Brendan
is. Not the Canucks.
My favorite Brendan is
I got
Brendan
nickname for Canadians mixed up with actual name for Canadians.
Wow, so disappointing.
He wears number 11 for the Montreal Canadiens.
I don't know if I like that number 11.
The Habs. I just always say the Habs. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, that's their nickname.
That's their nickname.
What else NBA is going on here?
Did anything else happen in the NBA?
I mean, Daryl Morey's now the president of basketball operations for the Sixers. They're starting to come together a little bit with their staff.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers, Dale Morey.
Trade Brick Simmons. But...
probably.
Yeah,
or
I don't know if they need to trade him.
They should trade LeBron James.
Yeah,
perfect. That's the move. That's the move. Why has no one introduced this idea?
I don't know.
Brick Simmons and a first-round pick this year and a first-round pick next year and a first-round pick the year after that might get LeBron James. Even though LeBron James is 80.
Not that old.
I think somebody might end up doing that.
I don't know. I think Ben Simmons could remain on the Sixers just fine. You just need to make him stop being scared of shooting threes.
You got to get him a shooter.
Just put Brick Simmons in the G League. He'll do really well.
He's not under
Brick
the
Simmons
NBA
does
though.
not deserve to be in the NBA.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He has a lot of talent. The thing is, though, is you got to give a brother a shooter.
If you give him other guys that can shoot, then maybe he'll try it.
Well, yeah, no, but the thing is even if he has a guy that shoots and he doesn't shoot, perfect. Drive in Ben Simmons, kick out Devin Booker for 3.
There you
got
go.
it.
No, Devin Booker to the Mavs.
I don't know. I kind of like that idea of Devin Booker on the Sixers.
He's another back-to-back run.
Oh, I would hate that.
I would love that.
He could go to Miami.
I don't.
Yeah.
Now we really need Devin Booker.
But plus,
imagine that.
Oh God.
If Devin Booker went to the Lakers, they'd probably get rid of Alex Caruso.
Oh, that would be so sad.
Not worth it.
No, not at all.
Not worth it.
I did hear that people are offering trades for Alex Caruso. Though. They really want Caruso.
Oh, if you went to the only way it'd be okay is if you went to the Timberwolves.
That'd be kind of funny.
I could see.
I feel like you'd have to buy a VIP,
because you're going to be the
meet
owner,
and greet.
so you don't even need to buy it.
There you go.
You can just say, "We're printing these. We traded for them."
Just get it from Alex Caruso.
Yeah,
just give me your jersey right now. You're going to take his owner.
Exactly.
You pay his bills, damn it.
Every time you're done with your jersey, I want it. I want it. Okay.
Still on eBay.
Another thing that happened is Steven Silas was signed by the Rockets.
Yeah, just popped up on the ESPN ticker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, solid hire by the Rockets. I think it fits to what they want to do offensively. I mean, I think they run a very similar style of offense that the Mavericks do. I think the Mavericks have a little bit more talent, at least in their main stars.
Way to use your head, soccer players. Way to use your head. Oh, no.
Ryan Smith's the one that bought the Jazz.
Nice.
Why does that name
Ryan
sound familiar?
Smith.
Is it just because it's a Smith?
Because Ryan Smith, it could be anybody in
It's
the
such a
world.
generic name.
But yeah, so good hire for the Rockets. I think Silas has had a chance to prove what he can help out with Rick Carlisle and the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, pushing the Clippers to 6 games, and Luka Doncic is incredible. So we'll see if he can have that effect on Westbrook and James Harden, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Will it lead him to a championship? No.
When I first started watching the NBA,
They should trade for Kevin Durant.
There you go.
And then it'll be them 3 again. Or didn't they all used to play together?
Yeah, they used to play together.
Okay, see?
Yeah,
I knew something.
but
Bring the band back together.
But Harden nor Westbrook like cupcake, so
Kevin Durant is a cupcake. You'll never change my mind.
but my favorite players when I first started liking the NBA
Kevin
was Jimmy Buckets, Dwayne Wade,
Durant. I don't think anybody hates
Russell
Dwayne
Westbrook, James Harden,
Wade. You
Joel Embiid.
You choose some sucky choices there.
That was my initial
like-
reactions. I
that's
just
like
liked
the
that
horrible-
Westbrook would put up triple doubles, and I thought that was cool.
Oh, so you're just going off, oh my God, just like your
I was like, wow,
Patriots, you're like,
stats.
oh my God, this guy's so good. Oh, look how good these guys
I was
are.
like, wow,
Gonna like
random
them.
stats. I like it. Now my favorite players are
Devin Booker.
LeBron James.
No,
LeBron James.
Luka Doncic, and,
Wow, he really chooses the underdogs.
and Unicorn.
Why do you like Kristaps?
I always kind of liked Kristaps, actually.
Porzingis was my favorite player, too.
Yeah, because he's a tall white guy.
Tall white guy.
Wow.
And his nickname's Unicorn. Love it.
I almost bought a Kristaps Porzingis
Unicorn?
New York Knicks like action figure.
Ben, you didn't fly with the Dodgers? That's why you're here.
I'm COVID. What do you mean? I'm not going to fly. Of course I'm going to fly to the Dodgers.
You know that, and Ben said it was all pre-recorded anyways. It's been
That's
done
true,
for
that's
like
true.
2 weeks. That's why.
So technically, you probably don't even have it anymore.
No, I'm good now. That's why I even record you. I'm good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wait, when we took that weekend we recorded virtually, was Noah just covering for you?
Yeah,
You really
lined
did
up
that?
perfectly. Yeah.
I was.
Wow, that's amazing.
I tried not to make a big deal about it so the MLB would hear about it, but
Right.
they already got to it.
Yeah.
Dang, Ben, you not only saved MLB from getting exposed, you also got Mr. Caruso here a great nickname of COVID Caruso.
True. Everything happens for a reason.
And then another thing, the NBA is, again, talking about moving around when they're going to start the season. Some NBA executives are trying to move it to December around Christmas time. Players don't want that. And a lot of the coaches and stuff don't want that, but it's more so just, Christmas
the NBA
news.
season normally start.
Normally October.
Like around now.
Like
Yeah.
now.
So they probably should start relatively soon.
Relatively soon. I think January, what they're talking about, like Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I think that's a really good time to do it. Give the players enough time to rest. Give enough players just time to recuperate after just a long bubble. Because, like, you got to remember, these players were away from their families forever, for 2 months almost.
Yeah.
If you're like LeBron's been away from his family for however many months. So it's a long toll. I think they're just happy to be home, and I think they're ready to just relax for a couple months. So I think January, let them have their holidays with their kids in a really crazy time. It has nothing to do with like sports or just it's just
being a good person,
being a good human being, human qualities. Give them the break; they deserve it because they put up with all the NBA's BS to even go to Orlando and finish out the season.
Do you think they'll do another bubble?
No. Maybe come playoff time, depending on where it stands. But
I can see them doing a playoff bubble. I want the NFL to do a playoff bubble.
I think everybody that's not a player wants a bubble. But if they're a player, I guess you gotta. I understand that they have to make the sacrifice, but like, come on! If you're going there for a month, it's not like.
Plus, it makes sense for the regular season. Okay, you don't want to spend 16 weeks in the bubble. That's fine.
Right.
The playoffs, there's a chance you're only there for a week,
Exactly. Right. Like, it's not really that bad.
He makes the playoffs. He can do the bubble for a week to play the playoffs.
Right. Fun fact, though, Super Bowl is allowing fans. Yeah. Just all you have to do is just, like, sit like every other, or they have, like, certain seating, and you just have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So do you think that the Super Bowl tickets are going to be more or less?
More.
Oh, my God.
Way more. It's going to be like...
Oh, it's going to be ridiculous.
That's really cool.
That's ridiculous.
That's like 10 times the normal amount.
Ew. Hey. Good thing I'm not going, because my team won't be in it this year.
I won't be there, but I'll be supporting from home.
Oh, wait, no, we can't.
I know. I've seen.
We need Tampa to do it, so it's split.
Well, no, because we can still have. Oh, that's right.
Oh, that would make sense. I don't want Tampa to win it. I want it either to be.
I don't want it either.
An AFC team that's not the Chiefs, or I want it to be the Packers or the Seahawks.
Super Bowl 45 rematch. Pittsburgh, Packers.
And I'm thinking about how realistic that is since you said it, and it's
probably
going to happen.
I want it to be kind of.
I won't pick that.
Especially with you saying it, it's going to happen.
Right now, the Packers are the 1 seed in the NFC. The Steelers are the 1 seed in the
UFC. Last year, Ben did say the Packers were going to the Super Bowl, and then.
Right, but Ben wasn't right last year.
Yeah, but you all said they wouldn't. You guys said they would win less than 10. They went 13-3 and then lost the NFC divisional.
So,
yeah, they were a joke last year. I don't know.
They had the middle of the pack schedule last year. It wasn't cupcake.
Okay, hear me out. A good team that just
harder than the Patriots schedule. The Patriots schedule last year was ridiculous.
The Patriots schedule every year is ridiculous. They don't deserve such an easy time.
Well, now they
this year's schedule, they have the hardest. One of the hardest.
Well, it's because last year they had the easiest by far.
I mean, you still play the Jets twice, so...
Yeah, like when you play the Jets twice, it's just like,
to be fair, though, we thought the Jets were going to be like second in the division going into it.
Did we?
Yeah, there was, if you go in the archives, there was a lot of people who were like, Jets are going to be second in the division. They have the pieces. At Ben, at Duncan.
I don't know if I said that.
I definitely.
Ooh, we do have a PowerPoint slide here that says ranking divisions. I don't know if we ranked them by team, though. We did say that we correctly predicted the West was going to be the best.
Oh, yes. Yeah. What did we say was going to be the worst?
The East, probably?
The AFC East.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, actually, the NFC East are the third best division, according to us.
Yeah.
Because we thought Washington was going to be better as well.
I thought Washington was bad. I've always said Washington is bad.
We can't put this on that.
We don't plan to trade Quinn Williams. Why not?
I'd say the North is... I think the North would go up
fine. I mean, the Lions...
The Lions and the...
I think they're better than the second worst.
Right. So we ranked it from best to worst. The NFC West, AFC West, AFC North.
I think AFC North probably should be too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
NFC South, NFC East.
That has to be last.
AFC South, NFC North, and then AFC East. So, I mean, we weren't way off.
Switch the NFC North to the NFC East.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, NFC East has to be last, obviously.
Yeah.
AFC North has to be first.
See, the weird thing, though, The weird thing
I second. I meant no. NFC West is the best division in football.
The NFC East, although it's like the worst teams in football, it's very competitive because anyone could win it.
It is competitive.
And that's what we're ranking it on. It's based off of competitiveness.
Like, again, the Giants could still win the division. They're not out of it.
Anyone could win the division.
I know.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
The only thing saving the Eagles is a crappy tie against a crappy Bengals team.
Eagles going to roll up 5-10-1 to the playoffs, get curb stomped by whoever plays in the first round.
Or just randomly beat somebody and rock the world, because that's also like the Eagles' mentality.
Well, as of right now, they play the 2 seed, which is Seattle. Because it'd be the 4 seed, so they would play the 5th seed, which is Chicago right now.
You could do it. That could be one where the Eagles could win.
And I was thinking about it too, and I was like, damn, if they play the Rams again, I don't know, dog. I don't know if I trust that matchup.
I mean, the Eagles did come back against the Ravens.
They did.
It either shows the completeness of the Ravens or the fact that maybe the Eagles are playing chess while we're out here playing checkers.
Speaking of the shitty-ass NFC East,
yeah.
Thursday night football,
that was
Eagles-Giants.
It was a fun game. It had some fun moments.
It was fun to watch,
Jones.
On mute while watching the debate.
Yeah, it was fun.
Vote on Tuesday if you haven't. Vote.
I am ready.
Vote.
Yeah, it was a fun game. My biggest takeaway from it is Carson Wentz is back in the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL category.
No.
Yes, he is. What? He played very, very good against it. The last few games...
He played great against the Giants.
No, okay, and I was going to say, he's been playing a lot better the last couple of games. He's starting to get his rhythm back. All of his good players are hurt, so now he's playing with garbage players, so that makes him look good. That makes him, I don't know, just elevates Carson Wentz for some reason.
Didn't Deshaun Jackson come back in for
a game?
2 quarters. And
2 quarters. Yeah. Hurt. Gone. Into oblivion.
And then he's got another couple-week injury. It's like a high ankle sprain or something.
Yeah. But, no, Carson Wentz is still really good. He's still top 10 in the NFL, in my opinion. That game-winning touchdown to Boston Scott was an incredible throw. He's still insanely talented. It was a rough start to the season.
He's getting better in fantasy.
He's getting better in fantasy.
Because he's 5 rushing touchdowns.
He has 5 rushing touchdowns. Yeah.
I guess when you're one of those only guys that,
Plus, he's only running back with Boston Scott. So.
That's true.
And as for the Giants, well, if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I know which New York team I'd rather play for.
Yeah, the Giants.
Giants are not a they're bad, but they're not like...
But I don't think the Giants would even draft Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know, and that's the thing with any of the New York teams. We don't know what their plan is. Like they could in theory, none of them need a quarterback because you could roll with Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones. I think all of us agree Sam Darnold just needs a competent head coach to succeed in an offensive line.
And Daniel Jones just needs weapons.
He just needs weapons.
Decent O-line.
Yeah, he just needs a decent O-line.
That's why they need to trade out of those high picks for teams who want Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, exactly. Or Justin Fields even.
And then load up.
Right. Well, the thing is, though, if the Giants are up that high, they're going to get Penei Sewell, the tackle out of Oregon. He is the best offensive line prospect in the last 20 years.
So, who do you guys think are the top 5 passing leaders in the NFL?
Okay.
Dak Prescott is number 5.
Nope.
He's not in the top 5. Okay, number 1, Matt Ryan.
Yes.
It's always Matt Ryan.
Nope.
Russell Wilson?
Nope.
Patrick Mahomes.
Number 2, Teddy Bridgewater.
Nope. He is on the list somewhere.
Oh! Teddy's weirdly going up. Is Derek Carr in there?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Patrick?
Nope.
No, not Patrick.
Joey Burrow.
Number 3.
Joe Burrow's in the my boy.
Because he just put up like a 300-yard game.
Number 2 has won 1 game.
Herb?
Nope. Herbert's not on.
Baker.
Nope.
Is Baker on the list?
Nope. This is such a weird...
Kirk Cousins.
Nope.
Oh.
Which number 1 is?
Deshaun Watson?
Oh, fair. Okay.
Josh Allen's number 4 and Teddy's number 5.
Damn. Bizarre.
Weird fucking list.
You can't trust that.
Can't trust numbers. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
To be fair, some of those teams are not.
Yeah, that's also a big point in that, yeah.
I don't think any of these teams have actually had a bye.
That makes sense.
This early in the year, that will affect it.
Especially when you have guys like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers who have had their bye.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 seconds to guess the rushing leader.
Derrick Henry.
Yep.
King Henry.
Yeah.
Just feed him.
And then who's the receiving leader?
D-Hop.
Yep.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Why did I bump my chest at that? I hate the Cardinals.
Moving on here.
You can't hate
I do love D-Hop.
Pittsburgh was saved by a missed field goal, and they almost let the Titans come back on them.
Yeah, they're not.
I think the Titans are still good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that game proved more. So here's the thing. I think that game showed me two things. The Titans are legit, and the Steelers are not.
Really?
Big Ben was not good in the second half. Big Ben started to show what,
Did he throw 3 picks?
He threw 3 interceptions, I believe. But we saw in that second half the Big Ben that I know, like, I'm pretty sure you were talking about, where it's like we don't know what Big Ben we're going to get. That's the worry that I see. And they damn near should have lost that football game. Tennessee's good. Tennessee is built to beat teams like Baltimore and Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
They're Kingslayers.
They're Kingslayers. Pound the football, milk out clock, set up play action with Ryan Tannehill, who's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. You know, Tennessee's legit. Defensive, I worry a little bit, but they have talent. They have lots of talent on the defensive side of the football. But Pittsburgh, I don't know. I think my biggest thing for the whole year was Big Ben going to hold them back, and he very nearly closely did. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose against Baltimore. Now, I still believe in that defense, although they struggled against Tennessee. But they are fantastic against stopping the run. So we'll have to see how this week big time matchup between the Steelers and Ravens go. But I think it's still established that for me, Baltimore is still the best team in that division.
Titans should trade for Stephon Gilmore.
They should.
Stephon Gilmore can play next to Malcolm Butler.
The problem is the Titans have no cap.
They have no cap space.
Because they signed Jadeveon Clowney.
Derrick Henry. And right.
I thought the cap space pulled up. I thought they had an okay amount.
I thought they were up in the middle.
You know, it's weird to think that Earl Thomas does not have a job yet.
Well, not really.
I mean, he wasn't bad by any means.
It's his
off
reputation.
The field. It's his off the field.
Titans actually have a decent. They're one of the higher teams with about 8 million.
How did they structure that? Because they were. Oh, it's because they didn't re-sign what's his face, the corner for the Giants.
7 teams have less than 5 million. Panthers, Ravens, Seahawks, Bucks, Bills, 49ers. The Browns have 31 this year so far. The Jets have 29. The Cowboys have 28.
Jets got money.
Over the next 5 years, the Jets are the top 3 salary cap every single year.
Well, you have to be good to make contracts.
It's almost like they're not paying anybody.
You know what's funny? CJ Mosley is still on the Jets, but he just gets this year
he's not playing.
Yeah, he opted out.
Which is honestly a big
last year he got injured.
Right now, the top 5 for salary cap are Browns, Jets, Cowboys, Jags, Washington. Right under the Packers at $6.9 million.
That's nice.
Hey, the Broncos have a nice 20.3.
Broncos have a lot. So I think the team that makes the most sense to try to trade for Stephon Gilmore is one of these top teams. I can see the Colts, who have a little more than $10 million.
I don't think the Colts need him.
I don't know if the Colts. Yeah, the Colts already have a really good secondary as it is. I don't know if they.
Young minus Xavier Rhodes.
What about AJ Green for Stephon Gilmore?
Don't waste it for the Bengals. No. You're gonna, no.
I would almost see Julio for Stephon Gilmore being more.
There's no space for that.
See, now I could see Stephon Gilmore getting traded to like Cleveland, but not Cincinnati.
OBJ for Gilmore, straight up.
I don't know if they take that now that he's hurt. If he was healthy.
Oh, I forgot OBJ was hurt.
He tore his ACL.
Never mind.
But moving on here, Packers destroyed the Texans. Not really surprising. Watson kind of seems like he's getting upset.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him at all.
I tried to warn Deshaun Watson. Don't sign the contract.
Stephon Gilmore.
No.
Players back this week too. The Packers. Lazard's coming back. Bakhtiari will be back. Darnell Savage will be back. Hyped.
Awesome.
Wow, sad to be a Minnesota fan if you are.
Jareed Alexander is the best quarterback in the league still.
He's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Other than week 1, when he allowed 56 yards, he's allowed more yards in week 1, 56, than he has since week 2.
That's pretty good.
He's allowed 0 catches in the last 4 games.
That's insane. That's so insane. That's historically dominant.
Yeah. And he's played some good receivers.
Right.
Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Julio Jones.
People aren't really talking about it either. He's kind of quietly building defensive player of the year.
He's been the highest ranked corner the entire year so far, up to week 7.
Well, it wasn't 1 week. It was Xavier Rhodes.
It was Rhodes.
I think it was week 1.
Whenever the Colts faced the Jets, week 2. Week 2. Yeah, but hey.
Since week 2, though, he's allowed less than 50 yards.
That is amazing.
And 0 touchdowns.
It's amazing. Oh, Falcons blew a lead. Did you guys see that?
Oh, the Falcons about
dumbass.
The Falcons blew a lead?
No, here's the thing. They have found a new way to lose. Scoring.
Yeah, really.
That's how they lose football games now.
Matt Ryan told Todd Gurley.
Oh, it was awesome in the game, but it's like, oh my God, Todd.
It's just off the Packers game right into that game.
Perfect timing for that.
Now here's the thing. I'm happy for Matthew Stafford, and there's a reason the Falcons didn't want to give him the ball. Because Matt Stafford, when in the clutch, is very, very good in the clutch.
Yeah, I think he has like 8 or 9 in the past 10 or something. That
Matt Ryan literally told Todd Gurley, do not score.
What's Todd Gurley do?
Scores! How? I don't think I've ever seen a defensive team more excited for someone to score. They're like, look at it, keep going. I've never seen that in my life.
I don't know. If I was a Lions, I would be pumped for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because normally things like that happen to the Lions.
Those things don't happen to the Lions, but it just happens you're playing the Falcons.
Play the Falcons.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
When you play the Falcons, they will make sure that they find someone.
Whatever curses you have, they will reverse it. Except for the Vikings.
They will make sure you get a win. They will walk you out to the tour bus clapping for you.
Except for
Atlanta's always been good against Minnesota, though.
Not really over the last few years. This is really the first year. I think this is the first time they've beat the Vikings in a few matchups, 4 matchups.
Well, I thought they beat the Vikings just last year.
I don't think they played them last year, did they?
I swore that was a thing.
The Falcons always kick Packers ass. Julio always fucking wrecks the Packers.
I remember when they played
this
them.
year, though. But.
I remember the Falcons has played the Packers twice in the playoffs before. One in the NFC Championship and then the divisional round or whatever, and they shellacked them both times. I remember that NFC Championship, and they just shellacked the Packers.
Played the Falcons in the playoffs.
What? No, a few years ago.
A while ago.
Yeah.
Was it Atlanta
when Atlanta made the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, way back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, and they blew that lead.
They can never escape it.
Hey, the Lions, after winning, they just kept on that happiness train and got Everson Griffin for a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, why not?
You might as well do something.
I mean, in all reality, that team should be 4-2 right now. They should beat the Bears.
Yeah.
So I mean, they
they're a potential last wild card seed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With an extended playoff.
I think that's going to be hard because as of right now, the teams, the wild card teams are the Rams, the Cardinals, the Bears.
At this point, that whole NFC
the Bears are going to drop
that division.
That's true. The Bears will drop.
And the Lions haven't really played their tough opponent. The Lions kind of already played their tough opponent. So the Lions have a bit easier schedule, I think. Plus, Matt Stafford is playing to get out of there. Remember, Stafford has more motivation than ever.
The Packers have played almost all of their away games already, so 7 of the next 10 will be in Lambeau in the snow. I'm so excited.
How did they manage to get that?
I don't know. We played all of our away games right away.
Man.
The Packers paid someone.
I think our away games are the Jags, the Eagles, and the Colts.
So a dome, Florida, and then Philly without fans.
Wow, you really have it hard there.
Oh, yeah.
Colts will
Packers are probably going to the Super Bowl then.
The only game we'll lose.
T.Y. is going to go off that game.
The only game we're going to lose is Week 16, and when the Titans come to Lambeau. Maybe. We'll see.
And Rodgers might not even have to start. Maybe we'll get to see
Jordan
Love.
It'll be Week 16, so Jordan Love is still the 3rd string on our. He would not be in. Tim Boyle. No, it would be Tim Boyle.
Is he related to Nick Boyle?
I don't think so. Even in that one game against
I was mad they didn't put him in.
He's on the injury list every single fucking week.
Jordan fucking Love. He can't even throw a pass into a net. But hey, Browns beat the Bengals barely.
They did.
I was kind of upset with it.
Despite all of us doubting them.
Oh,
it was quick though. Baker started off 0-5, an interception. Rallies back for 5 touchdowns.
Good for you, baby.
Woo!
Good for you, Baker.
Yeah.
The only bright spots on the Bengals defense were Carlos Dunlap, Geno Atkins, and Jesse Bates.
About to be gone.
Jesse Bates is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I wonder if Jesse Bates will get traded.
I don't
He needs
know.
a safety.
We'll see.
They don't need a defense. Honestly, could you just have your defense literally not go out on the field?
I mean, if you really wanted to, I think you have to have somebody out there. But did they say 11 players? Do they have to have 11?
No, you can't less than 11.
Just put 4 players out there.
Yeah. You can just put 1 or 2 guys
Put them back in the end zone.
Pressure. Here's would just be the ultimate game plan. We're gonna make this quarterback see how good he actually is. We're gonna only put 2 guys, 1 pass rushing and 1 guarding 1 receiver. We're gonna see if he can hit a wide open guy. We're gonna see who the good quarterbacks are. And you know who I have my money on to throw the first incomplete pass in that situation? Joshua Allen.
Oh, Joshua Allen.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I would
Kirk Cousins will throw an interception in there.
Oh!
As much as you like to rag on Josh Allen, Allen will throw a touchdown. Because he will just throw it in the end zone and there will be 6 guys there.
God. Between Kirk Cousins or Jameis Winston, only those guys would find a way to throw it a pick 6.
Hey, Jameis Winston can see now.
I'd take Jameis over Kirk as a point.
Lord.
What else? Speaking of Jameis,
you know that all the Antetokounmpo brothers are in Madden right now?
They are in Madden right now. Don't know why.
On what?
KO
mode?
No.
Superstar
the
KO?
The Yard. I love the Yard.
Oh, nice. The Yard is interesting. It is. It's something.
Madden.
Yeah, that's about right. But Saints, they win off a field goal with the Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
Panthers didn't play bad, though.
No, divisional games are always pretty close.
Yeah, and I think the Saints were favored anyways. But CMC's coming back eventually.
Huh?
CMC for the Panthers.
He might come back this week.
That's what I heard, but he's still ruled out.
Yeah.
He came back to practice today.
They took him off IR.
Yeah.
Officially.
Oh, okay. But he'll probably play not Thursday, but next week.
Right.
If they didn't play on Thursday, I bet you he would play.
Right, but since they're playing on Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Y'all are done for when McCaffrey comes back.
He's not getting more points than Who Davis is a top.
Yeah, that's probably true. But I think Christian McCaffrey is more of a threat in the passing game.
We'll see what happens.
Michael Thomas is coming back soon.
I'd pick up Teddy.
Eventually, Michael Thomas is coming back too. I think.
Maybe.
There's a chance he gets shipped before he comes back. Mike Thomas for Stephon Gilmore.
I said that in the group chat today.
I know. I'm thinking about it more and more.
He's been
right.
Because he had that
He's the cap.
personal whatever, right? Where he didn't play for disciplinary reasons.
Yeah.
He's been hurt basically all year. I mean, if you don't want to swallow all that money that you paid him, you might as well get rid of him. It makes sense. It's not going to really hurt the Saints too much because you haven't had him all year anyways.
Right, and Drew Brees is ass now.
Right. You don't need a quarterback.
You might as well drift to mid of the first instead of be in the 20s.
Yeah, just
Michael Thomas for Deshaun Watson straight up.
Hey, that is an actual good trade.
They have Jameis Winston.
Stephon
Gilmore for Deshaun Watson. No. That would get people talking.
Stephon Gilmore for Jameis Winston.
Ooh, nice.
How about
and a 6th?
No.
Think about it.
How about Julio for Deshaun Watson?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because who would throw Julio the ball?
It doesn't matter.
Do you remember the number 13 receiver from the Houston Texans 2 years ago that played quarterback in college? I think they sign him back to a deal and he starts.
All right. Here we go. Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller for Matt Ryan Julio. Just straight up switch teams.
There you go.
What?
Might as well. Just get them different jerseys.
It would be the same situation.
Yeah.
Just different cities.
It would be Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller and Calvin Ridley in Atlanta.
Oh, fair.
And then it would be Deshaun Watson no.
It would be Julio and Matt Ryan on the Texans who don't have a head coach. Well, technically the Falcons don't either.
There you go.
It works.
Lord.
And they would also have Brandon Cook.
Oh, and Randall Cobb.
And Kenny Stills.
And Kenny Stills. And David Johnson.
If you go back 3 years, the Houston Texans offensive lineup looks stacked.
Oh, yeah. It's just not anymore.
Hey, remember when they decided they had to play dress up before a playoff game and then they, ruined their... They've kind of been in a downhill spiral since. Against the Titans or something, I think, remember?
Oh, yeah.
It was like a big thing.
I
don't remember dress up.
Yeah, it probably is.
Everything Bill O'Brien has done.
They've been bad since Will Fork signed a 10-day contract with the Patriots and retired.
So here's the thing. So Bill O'Brien, as I said, as a coach is fine. As a GM, awful. That was the worst thing that could have ever done.
Who should be the Jets' new coach?
He honestly...
He's probably in
the Falcons.
If they look at it, he's
They're
probably
similar
there.
Situations.
No,
I would...
Maybe Bill O'Brien...
You see Aaron Rodgers said that Mike Zimmer's a really good coach and he shouldn't get fired.
I did see that, and I'm like... Are you serious here? Or do you just want to play?
Yeah, right. You just want to get you want to stir the pot a little bit. God, only Aaron Rodgers. What a guy.
Well, just wait for him to say the same thing about Adam Gase.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
No, I think he's too smart for that.
Listen, I think I'm Gase is a really good coach.
If they were to fire Mike Zimmer, I really hope that they look at that guy from the Jets.
The guy that Peyton Manning likes. I don't know why Peyton Manning likes
Adam
him.
Gase
I really don't.
Adam Gase made Jay Cutler look good for
but
season.
He's ruined so many others.
He ruined the franchise.
A
whole city, a whole team.
Wow, you keep dropping.
Speaking of the Jets, Bills beat the Jets, but
barely,
not convincingly.
Jets looked great in the first half.
Yeah, it wasn't like, let's stop the Jets in this week like Casey's about to do. It's 18-10 against the Jets. Come on, Bills.
Jets were up 10-0 at one
Jets
point.
had the only touchdown.
Fun fact: the 8-point loss is the closest game the Jets have had all year.
Nice.
Let's go, Jets! You're getting better. Or are you just playing worse teams? Yeah, I think the Jets are going to blow out the Chiefs. Yeah.
Who was the Chiefs backup quarterback?
Is this Chase Daniel? I feel like they cut him.
Where's Jordan Tomu going?
That's a real question.
No, I know. Where's he going, though?
I don't know. Or is it
Dallas?
I don't think it's still
Rowan Samoan gets signed to Dallas. Starts.
Pretty sure it's Chase. It's not. I don't know who it is.
We might see him.
Chad Henne.
We might see Chad Henne. What's up?
We might.
And he still could beat the Jets.
I remember he beat the Vikings. I thought that was hilarious.
He beat the Broncos.
He did beat the
Packers beat them, though. Last year, the Packers beat them. I remember that.
They did.
I thought that they had the other guy, not Chad Henne, last year.
They had Matt Moore last year.
Yeah.
Fun discussion I had with a Packers fan last year. I was talking about how they kind of won close games. That wasn't really convinced they'd be a Super Bowl contender. I mentioned the Chiefs game, and he's like, we beat the Chiefs. And I was like, yeah, but that was without Patrick Mahomes. And this guy had the audacity to say having Patrick Mahomes would not have mattered. And I'm like, dog, yes, it would have.
If Patrick Mahomes was out there, the Packers probably would have lost like 50-something to...
I don't know if it would have been that bad. Aaron Rodgers still threw some dots in that game, but...
I didn't say that.
Like dots to Devontae Adams.
What?
You should have dots to Devontae Adams.
Aaron Rodgers is just not human.
Aaron Rodgers is on a different level again.
Oh, yeah. It's Devontae.
Yeah.
We're going to get Devontae and Lazard back. We're going to be throwing. He's going to throw bombs this week.
Sad situation. What else? Football team killed the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Put Andy Dalton in concussion protocol.
Knocked him out.
Took his head off.
Basically.
I was reading an interesting article today about how none of the Cowboys players went up and tried to help Andy Dalton.
I saw that too.
I read that too. There's no...
Do you remember this one?
No, what do you
say?
say?
Evan posted a thing of like how it was all if it would have been the normal like Cowboys Army expect like Zach Martin transfer all that he said they probably would have been a lot different. They probably would have helped Andy Dalton. But this line is a bunch of new guys and new faces and Andy Dalton's a new quarterback. No, they don't care at all.
Which is there's just no cohesion with this team. This team is a dumpster fire, and it sucks because it's hilarious because it's all in public display. Because why? They're the Dallas Cowboys.
Plus, Andy Dalton he looked hard.
I was worried for his well-being when that had happened.
Like America. Yeah. I don't think America has a team anymore. Maybe the
So now what? Ben DiNucci's going to get the start this week?
I have no idea.
If he's still in concussion, whatever, on Friday.
I assume he will be.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Yeah,
but things have happened.
Jordan Thomas.
Honestly, it looked that way for a second.
Sign throwing Samoan to a contract.
Your defense will
he's like,
games.
Oh no!
I thought they killed him.
I just feel like, oh my god, not
I'm surprised that guy didn't get anything. He didn't get a fire or nothing.
It was helmet to helmet too.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's the Cowboys. Who cares about them?
Right, it's Cowboys.
It's just Andy Dalton.
Chase,
just a red BB gun.
Chase Young, probably Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. Defensive Rookie of the Year, definitely.
Definitely makes that team look a lot better.
Yeah.
And the Washington football team is still quite there in contention.
They have a chance to win the division.
In contention there. They have a better chance than the Cowboys, I think, at this point.
I think they do too.
I think it's a three.
Because at least the Redskins can put 11 players on the defensive side of the ball and be like, hey, we can get at least one stop a game.
Right.
Maybe even 2 or 5. Cowboys, you put that defense on there, it's like...
Well, I mean, you got the Giants, so you got another potential, knockout.
They're going to be behind. There's going to be improvements.
All the veterans.
It's going to be good. Trust me.
You know why Jerry Jones is releasing Dontae Poe? Because he thought he looked fat, and he gained 30 pounds since they signed him. And he told Dontae Poe to lose weight. And he said that he didn't want to, and so it's kind of like an Eddie Lacy situation, it seems.
What is this football team?
Seattle wanted Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's kind of funny.
I kind of wanted the Packers to pick up Dontae Poe. I thought about some lines. Overweight.
Yeah, now he's overweight, so I wouldn't even try.
I mean, it's not like he's
honestly though. Horribly. If Andy Dalton's going out, Dontae Poe's probably the best quarterback on their team.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's probably thrown the most touchdown passes of an NFL game than anybody else on their team.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
He has more touchdown passes than Ben DiNucci.
That's true. Yeah.
I'd be so great if the Packers picked up Dontae Poe, gave him the middle. It's okay run stopper. It's all we really need. That's what we use him as a rotational dude.
Yeah,
he's great as a rotational guy. He still has.
Yeah, like if the Packers signed Dontae Poe, you don't get worse by signing Dontae Poe.
Right.
If the Packers signed Dontae Poe, I wouldn't be like, that's it. They are not Super Bowl contenders anymore. I'd be like, okay, good signing. Rotation.
Yeah.
Like.
We need run defense.
Yeah, run defense is always. Oh, fun.
And Kamal Martin came back. Played phenomenal in his first game.
Nice.
Kamal Martin, that's the
kid from Minnesota.
I'm so happy.
He was one of our highest graded defensive players this last week.
Kamal Martin was a stud at the U of M. I'm happy that he's doing good.
Yeah, he had a really good week.
Good. I'm happy for him.
This next game was an interesting game.
Which one was it?
The Chiefs beat the Broncos big time.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes looked like shit. Snow is not as good for him as he thought it was.
And
he lived in South Dakota for a year.
Yeah.
Certainly not long enough to be like, oh, yeah, I could go in the snow.
He thought he could, though, last year. Remember? He was all like, snow game. But
that's all right.
He had like 200 yards.
Not everyone can be Tom Brady in the elements. Tom Brady's the best snow quarterback of all time. Or
Ben has the look that he disagrees with.
He has that look of Aaron Rodgers has a case for it, and I would not doubt it, because obviously, plays in a stadium that's called the Frozen Tundra. But whether you say it's Brady or Rodgers, I would just say Brady, just because I've seen him do some magical things in Foxborough in December and January.
The best player in the snow is Adam Vinatieri.
Yes.
And
goated.
That shows that he's from South Dakota.
This is facts. This is a factual statement.
His nephew is now on the Storm, Sioux Falls Storm. Gotta get to watch him kick.
Keeping him home.
Honestly,
I do like it.
Need to get some film on.
He was projected a 7th round projection though. So I don't know what happened there.
COVID.
Well, especially when you got the
He's got the name
lineage, yeah, you got the name value.
Fucking Vinatieri.
Right, like you at least give him a chance.
Right, it's just like, hey, odds are we get Adam to come to a game or two, and it's like, oh yeah,
right.
Meet and greets,
right?
Money, COVID's ruining our lives.
I'm wrong. Oh, you're wrong. You're right. I would have hated that though. Yeah, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire stepped up again. He's really looking great.
I thought Le'Veon Bell looked really solid in his debut.
Yeah, I think he looked better than he did on the Jets for sure.
Bell had
whack. It's almost
right.
So
it's kind of mind blowing.
Had
but
2 rushes of more than 16 yards. His entire team.
I saw that. Lord. Oh, that Jets team was bad, but. Yeah, it's just one of those things. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire is really, like you said, he's really taking that role of like, okay, like this guy could take my job.
Lev?
No.
Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, she got a touchdown?
I think he got a touchdown.
Good for Clyde.
Finally.
Good for Clyde.
Pringle also scored a touchdown on their special teams.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He's been playing, I don't know, it's crazy. He makes crazy, special teams play. I think he's going to be one of those sneaky guys that you hear about every once in a while, just having amazing moments. But both teams fumble machines, fumbled at least twice.
Mm-hmm. See that one?
Drew Lock threw a couple interceptions.
Yeah, Drew Lock. I don't know if he's really it anymore.
I don't think he's horrible. I think he needs.
He's not the worst starting quarterback in the league.
Right. I think
he's up there.
I think he should have. I don't know. I think it's part of the situation.
Would you rather have Drew Lock or Kirk Cousins?
Right now?
Yeah.
Drew Lock. Drew Lock's better. Drew Lock just, okay. Are you going to throw to backup tight end and,
yeah, with Drew Lock with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
Oh, that would be drip.
And I'm sure it would be.
Not if Kirk Cousins to make that team work somehow.
But we'll see what the Broncos do this week against the Chargers. Because, I mean, we win the game. The teams that aren't that great.
But the Chargers are a lot better than what the record
Justin Herbert's good for 4.
Justin Herbert,
not on the Broncos.
Justin Herbert is going to have a heyday because Justin Herbert is goated.
He's not going to throw for yards. He's going to throw for touchdowns.
Justin Herbert is going to be a top 10 QB in the NFL by next year. I promise.
I hope that's not another curse there. Because I mean, look how Carson started. I mean, we don't want you to say those kind of things. No.
It's not going to happen to Herbert, I promise.
But a team that the Broncos did beat, the Patriots, lost huge to the 49ers. Yeah. I think it solidifies the Patriots season, sadly.
Well, I think Cam Newton, I think he's kind of still recovering from the COVID stuff.
Did you see what Bill Belichick said?
I don't know.
So some reporter asked him, do you think that's why it was? He's like, no. If Cam had anything in the game, he would have been on the injury report. That was all Cam.
Wow.
That was so funny. Funny. He threw Cam under that bus.
Has Belichick turned on Cam already?
That's how you know he likes him.
Oh, is it really?
That is how you know Bill Belichick likes him.
Is that why?
Do you know how many times Bill Belichick threw Tom Brady under the bus?
I think Tom going to stay in New England.
I think Tom Brady's just the guy, the kind of coach who throws his players under buses.
Yeah, like he just cut the BS. This is what happened. Cam, he played like ass, and he did.
Because Bruce Arians did the same thing to Tom Brady. So.
Right,
but Bruce Arians is a good coach.
Bill Belichick is as well.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay,
that was the comparison I was making.
I don't know. I have not. Even from the beginning, I wasn't high on Cam Newton. I said I don't think Cam Newton was the answer.
If Bill Belichick would have defended Cam, he would be shipped for a 7th-round pick today.
Oh, man. Well,
if Bill Belichick would actually defended Cam, he would be on a different roster today.
Then why have they not shipped Jared Stidham yet?
Because they've not said anything about Jared Stidham.
You always talk about how they're high on Jared Stidham.
They played Jared Stidham.
They always say he's a nice guy.
Half.
Yeah, he threw a touchdown or interception almost immediately.
I
think he went like 5 for 10 in a pick. One
thing I will say about the Niners though,
he wasn't ready for it.
Is that they're starting to get healthy as they can be, and they're looking
pretty good.
They're looking good now. I don't think they'll win the division. I think they dug themselves a big hole with the injuries, but they can definitely be. I honestly think the NFC West is going to send all their teams to the playoffs.
I think they will too, actually.
I really do.
Remember when I said sleeper division for that was going to be the AFC North?
You did say that, and it was a logical thing to.
I was like, it probably won't happen, but hear me out. Joe Burrow goes off, which he has.
Which he has. It's just his team hasn't been able to help him out.
Yeah.
Who is the Rookie of the Year? Fun fact. Just rapid fire out of the gun.
Herbert has more touchdowns than Burrow. Burrow has more yards. That's right now.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I'd give it to Justin Jefferson.
It's going to be a quarterback. It's going to be Herbert or Burrow.
I'll give it to Burrow just because he plays on a worse team. Because Herbert's got weapons.
I think Herbert...
Well, okay. So I take that back. Because Burrow has weapons, too. We can't deny that. Burrow has a worse defense and a worse offensive line.
Herbert has a really good offensive line.
He does.
I think Herbert could by the end of the year, though. I think he could. If Herbert balls out a couple more times, I think Herbert could win it.
Oh, and I don't doubt it. I'm just saying as of right now, it's Burrow, but Herbert's on pace to pass that. And that has nothing to do with Burrow. Burrow's going to continue to play great.
Yeah, no. Both of them are playing great, actually.
I still see it being just
Wait till Tua gets in the fray. God, I can't wait. I can't wait for Tua to ball out against the Rams.
Because Tua's going to start week 8, it's going to be a situation similar to Zion, where no matter how good he does, there's no way he could win it because he's missing so much playtime. He's not going to have comparable stats.
I can see that.
I tell you what, though, if Tua plays well, though, this may go down as one of the better QB classes we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
Because, all these first-rounders coming in.
I mean, we still have...
Was there any other highly drafted quarterbacks?
I mean...
I guess Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love.
Jalen Hurts is in the second round.
Right, but we'll see how good Jordan Love is. I mean,
eventually, a couple of years from now, in
100 years, he'll be the next Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think he'll be the next Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. That's what Packers do. They stay on the bench for 4 years. So Rodgers did behind Favre, and look how it turned out.
I'm more of a Brett Hundley type guy.
No, and it's funny because it's all working out to perfection right now. Because Brett Favre was an ass to Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is being an ass to Jordan Love. So. That's awesome.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But again, I don't blame Rodgers because he is just repeating history because history has done the Packers well. So by that standard, because Brett Favre won a Super Bowl in his first 5 years at starting, Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl within his first 5 years of starting. So now Jordan Love in the next couple years will win a Super Bowl.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be in that office after he retires?
No.
He is an entertainer. He is.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Pat McAfee type of thing where he goes
Aaron Rodgers,
straight into it.
People don't really say it enough, but Aaron Rodgers is wildly entertaining. I think he's hilarious.
Watch him on the Pat McAfee show. He turned me into one of my favorite quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, he is charismatic as hell. I think he's hilarious, and he's a charming looking dude. He's Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has actually been really nice to Jordan Love.
Has he? Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good.
The whole joke on Twitter, especially the Packers Twitter, is that look, he's beating him up and Aaron Rodgers will tackle him and stuff.
Right. But I see he does that to who's the other?
Tim Boyle.
He'll beat him with a pad or whatever.
Tim Boyle's been on our team for a while. He's been a pretty consistent backup quarterback.
Right.
Oh. No. Oh well. What else here?
Is that Pavone? It was Pavone.
Bucks beat the Raiders. They're making their final form.
It was close during about halftime.
In the halftime,
and then the defense stepped up. And
Tom ran away with it.
All I'm gonna say is, guys,
they could not throw to Mike Evans.
Well, he doesn't need to.
All I'm gonna say, guys, is that the Bucks, they're starting to find their rhythm. Remember when I said beginning of the year that this team was not going to be a legit? I said they're going to be good, but I wouldn't put them in my Super Bowl bubble.
Right, and a lot of people...
I'm retracting that statement.
A lot of people thought it was going to take a while.
But
But
yeah, no, and people did say it was going to take a few weeks. It did, and now look at them. They're probably
would you put
like
Tom in an MVP conversation?
No.
I would start to. I'd start to have the conversation.
If we're throwing a bunch of names in there, and Tom Brady's name was in there, I'm not. I will hear you. I will not.
Because I need somebody to replace Josh Allen, and that's who I put. That's
Tom Brady.
who I picked.
I think it was Tom Brady over the last 4 games, 15-1 touchdown ratio against the rest of the NFL.
I mean, it does help when the first 3 games you decide to throw touchdowns for the other team.
That's true.
Just he got it all out.
Every time you throw the ball is a touchdown.
And James Winston.
Yeah, 30-30.
Listen, all I know is that Brady's clicking on all cylinders. We'll see how the Antonio Brown thing works, and I think it'll work great because either A, it'll work and have another weapon.
Tampa Bay model. Every time you throw the ball, it's got to be a touchdown, and we won't care.
Kind of.
But yeah, the Antonio Brown thing's gonna work for Tampa. Because here's why: either A, he's gonna square up and he's gonna be a good team player, and it'll be great because Tampa will have another really good weapon, or he's an awful person like he was before, and they just cut him. Bruce Arians made that very clear.
I saw a funny joke on Twitter that was Bruce Arians at the beginning of the season came out and said, he doesn't like he said he doesn't like Antonio Brown as a person, as a player, and he does not want him on his team.
Right.
And then Tom's like, and now Antonio Brown's on the Bucs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And he's probably living in
Tom Brady's house again. Probably.
Whoever.
I was gonna say because it's Derek Jeter's house or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, huh?
Because Tom Brady's renting out a house in Miami or Tampa. Sorry.
Do you guys still kind of really fathom that Brady's on another team?
I still think it's crazy, but
I just went in that deep shower thought, and I'm just like, Brady's a Buccaneer. Like, he's not a Patriot.
I like it though.
Like, I'm sitting here talking about Brady as an MVP. I'm just like picturing him in a Patriots. I'm like, no, he's on a Buccaneers uniform. The guy, the bastard.
Who is the front runner for MVP? You think?
I still give it to Russell.
He literally needs to win it. I don't care.
Even with his 3 interceptions.
I think
what was established is that Russell Wilson has to be everything. He has to be damn near perfect for that team to win any football games. The reason they're 5-1 is mainly because he's just been damn near perfect.
I think that if Russell Wilson finished the rest of the year not completing a pass, he would still win MVP because he's just that deserving of it.
I don't know.
I know it's an extreme, but
I think Aaron Rodgers is close. I don't think it's like.
Oh yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. The gap is closed significantly.
Right.
And honestly, you can throw Kyler Murray in that mix if you really want to.
I don't think so.
Well,
he had the couple shitty weeks.
I have 4 guys in there. I have Kyler, Russ, Rodgers, Brady. That's my 4 guys.
Yeah.
One of them are going to win it.
I have 1.
Slide Derrick Henry there at 5.
I was gonna say
I don't want to but I could see the argument.
I was gonna say take a choice: Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara.
Derrick Henry has put up the best rushing yards. I mean, obviously he's the rushing leader right now by 150. While people are still stuffing him, and he has only 80-yard games. 80-yard games. He's still leading.
Well, it's because his 226,000-yard game that he had.
Against, the Texans.
That's a 2-game right there.
Hasn't he had 200-yard games this year?
Well, he had 1 200-yard game.
Yeah.
And I thought he had 2 200-yard games.
I think he might, because there was one. What was the first week he blew up in fantasy?
Because I knew the
Vikings question mark?
Yes, Vikings. Yeah.
Because he struggled against Denver, but ever since then he's been.
Oh yeah, he's been looking.
I wouldn't. He struggled. So he struggled against Denver. He struggled against Jacksonville. Jacksonville was the 80-yard game. Then he had he's only had 1 200 rushing yard game, but he's had 300-yard plus games.
Did he have one of those close to 200? I'm thinking of.
The second closest, besides the 212 against Houston, was 119 against Minnesota.
Did he also have receiving yards?
It's not as much as a receiving.
No, but if he had 1 or 2, that'd put him close to the 200 mark.
I mean, he had 52 yards against the Texans receiving, But other than that, it's 15
guy.
yards receiving, 11 yards receiving, 0, 6, and -3.
Nice. -3. Speaking of the Jags, though, Chargers beat the Jags.
Yeah, Justin Herbert is God tier. We talked about him a little bit already.
347, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's really good. I was very much wrong about Justin Herbert. I thought he was just going to be the next Josh Allen, and I was wrong. I think Justin Herbert's already better than Josh Allen. Sorry, I said it.
I like Justin Herbert. I think that the situation that happened to get him there makes a even better case for him.
Yeah, no kidding.
But
Drew, because he literally was told
5 minutes before the game,
bro, you're starting. Oh shit! And then he nearly beats the Super Bowl champions.
Right.
Like that, and then it's it wasn't a one-off thing. He balled out the next week. He went into the Superdome and outplayed Drew Brees. He looked fantastic against the Jaguars. He looked very, very, very good against Tampa. Oh, another goal. Or no. Looked fantastic against Tampa. They should be better than 2-5.
Yeah, they
should be better than they could
4-win team.
They should be 4-2.
4-2. They definitely should be. But whether they do bad this year and they get a high draft pick, if you're a Chargers fan, you got to feel really good about what the future holds. You got to feel really good. This guy is light years of what Phillip Rivers could be. I think he has a better arm than Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
I saw an interesting article that was about how Oregon wasted him and stuff.
Yes.
He's so much better than the NFL.
See, and it's funny, now I'm actually kind of realizing that. Maybe it wasn't him himself, it was just Oregon. It was college.
I think that was definitely part of it.
Interesting. But yeah, Justin Herbert's very good. He could go down as the best QB in this class, and that's saying a lot with guys like Tua and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's going to be unstoppable.
I don't think he's played with Eckler.
No.
No, he hasn't.
This quarterback class makes me feel like we might actually have the revival of the Breeze, Manning, Brady.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see it. We're gonna have because I think Burrow, Herbert, and Tua are all gonna be top 10 QBs at some point in our lifetime in their careers.
Plus Patrick Mahomes,
Lamar Jackson.
I don't know if you'd put them in there, but yeah, you can if you want to. Carson Wentz is still.
Well, no, I was more.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler.
Well, and then not to mention Trevor Lawrence is going to be in the NFL. I think Justin Fields could be really good. We have never seen this much talent at the quarterback position. It's insane. It's so much fun. I love it. You guys forgot about Jared Goff.
Yeah, we did. Sorry, no, we didn't. Jared Goff's not that great. Hey, you know who is great?
Don't tell me that this year.
James Robinson.
Robinson.
That bum turned into a superstar.
Yeah, he's the second highest rated offensive rookie running back.
Yeah.
Good for him. Who's number one?
Tony Gibson.
Yeah.
Fair.
Jacksonville isn't horrible. I mean...
They're just young. They're just so young.
They're a lot better than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah, the thing with the Jaguars is they at least have some direction, and we can see the talent that's there. Unlike the Jets, we can't see it. There's no direction. Well, I mean, I don't know. I have an interesting take with the Jets later.
The direction is Adam Gase towards the door.
Pretty much. And I have a theory with the Jets when we get to that segment.
I have a question for you about the Jags.
Oh.
Doug Marrone, still the coach, right?
Yeah.
Is he safe this year?
No.
Or is he still out?
No, get an offensive minded.
I say he's doing better than they thought he was. No.
I just hear Bill O'Brien. I just physically.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I can't.
Even though as a coach, it wouldn't be a bad hire, but I just hear Bill O'Brien like, yes, what's his name?
Eric Budsme.
Eric, is it Bieniemy or something?
Bieniemy.
Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah. Might as well.
Where would you guys want to go if you were going to be head coach next year? Teams that are could potentially fire their head coach.
Texans.
Well, actually, I wouldn't because you have a terrible cap situation. You have no first round picks for the next couple of years.
I'd want to go to a team like the Jags.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think the Falcons would be that bad. They have pieces. Matt Ryan isn't bad. They have Julio, Calvin Ridley.
I want a young team that I can easily sculpt.
If we're talking about teams that can sculpt.
The Jets? Question mark.
The Jets is a lot more attractive the more I think about it.
Because Sam Darnold is actually.
I just don't like that market.
Here's the thing.
You're always number 3 to the Patriots and the Patriots, the number 4 Patriots.
Yeah, but
Giants.
it's less hopeless. Tom Brady's not there anymore. It's not
right. The division is gonna get if anything, the division's gonna get better with Tua and Josh Allen, and if the Patriots decide to draft a quarterback at some point in our lifetimes. But the thing is with the Jets is, we were talking about Trevor Lawrence about if he might stay. The thing now, it's like, okay, if the Jets are smart, they get an offensive-minded head coach. A lot more attractive for Trevor Lawrence to go there. And on top of that, they're going to have 2 first-round picks this year. They're going to have like 10 draft picks next year and like 9 the year after. So they have draft picks. And you were talking about the cap situation. They're going to get money, and they're going to get their best defensive player back in C.J. Mosley. Hopefully, they have some development players, but they'll be able to draft in the draft this year. Whether it's getting, Mekhi Becton ended up being a home run of a draft pick.
He's good.
So there's at least some upside to that regard. Like the Jets are bad this year, and they may go 0-16. But I think the idea of Trevor Lawrence going to the Jets doesn't painfully hurt me as much as as much as it did before. If you get the right pieces and you draft right, this could be the next Miami Dolphins. Oh, no, Matt Patricia's safe.
You think so?
Matt Patricia's going to the playoffs.
You're right.
They're not.
10-6 in a playoff win.
Oh, of course.
If there was any year where the Lions could have a chance of making it to the playoffs,
This year?
it would be this year.
I think the NFC is going to be those last spots with the Rams and the Saints and the Bears.
It's not because of anything that's actually statistical.
No,
it's just the year.
It's the year.
2020 has been wacko.
Moving on here, Sunday Night Football was a banger.
Oh, game of the year.
Oh, my God, it was amazing. Cardinals won in overtime, but don't let that distract you from the great game that was before it. I mean, just so many great moments in the game. Probably the biggest one that sticks out everybody's head is DK Metcalf's chase down.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The memes have already started flooding in.
The memes are hilarious.
Humans, 2020.
22 miles an hour.
It's like a random down.
Right. 15th fastest run by a human at some point or something. The other 14 were all by Usain Bolt.
That's insane.
DK's a superstar, man.
Billion seemed too low.
That's what I thought too, but then I'd be like, the market. It's the Jazz. Nobody's
right. Imagine what the Knicks are worth.
Right. The Jazz is a smaller market, and I think that's what did it.
Oh, doing dirty.
Cut the log.
But anyways, Kyler had quite a game. Russ had an interesting game.
Random, unrelated facts. You just mentioned DK was one of the fastest ones ever.
Yeah.
Byron Jones currently has the world record for longest standing long jump.
He does, actually.
That is weird.
Fucking 15 motherfucking feet or some ridiculous shit.
Yeah, Byron Jones.
What the fuck's he doing?
I don't know. He's stood there like this and broke the world record.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Tyler Lockett is having a great season.
Tyler Lockett had more fantasy points in one game than T.Y. Hilton's had all year.
Yes.
Tyler Lockett had the second most fantasy points in a single game ever.
Really?
Yep, behind only Clinton Portis' 55-point performance in 2003.
Wow. That's a stat that. No.
The only reason I know is because I specifically looked it up because I was like, Jesus Christ, 53 points.
That's fair. I think both teams are definitely playoff teams.
Oh, without question.
Potentially Super Bowl teams.
Yeah.
At this point.
Can't really count on the
Remember,
Cardinals.
if we go back to the archives, I said the Cardinals are going to the Super Bowl.
If we go back to the archives.
And you're not wrong.
And they are.
And other defenses.
Starting to kind of figure
Just like
it
I
out.
thought was going to happen. No one thought it was going to be next year. I'm just
Isaiah
concentrating a little early.
Isaiah Simmons is legit at safety.
Isaiah Simmons isn't really.
Isaiah Simmons, this is like the first game.
Yeah, they don't really know what to do with Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah.
He was the whole reason they got that pick in overtime.
That's true.
That's true, but besides that, I think it was more a team effort.
If they can get Isaiah Sim moving with Buda Baker, that'd be a good fucking safety dude.
I mean, get Chandler Jones back and get their pass rush going.
That team could go back to back, guys.
Well,
Going back to back.
I will
they're
say
not going
though,
to win their division this year, but they might next year.
I think
I wouldn't put
There's a chance, but
I wouldn't put past the Cardinals to win it this year.
I think it's either Seattle or Arizona, and Arizona kind of has the edge right now with me. Man, I think the Rams are always number 3. Number 3, number 4. I just think all the other 3 teams are a little bit better. Because you also got to remember, Rams aren't great against great teams.
What are you talking about? They beat the Bears.
The Bears were the fakest 5-2 team in the league.
The only reason they didn't beat the Bills was because of a crappy, bogus PI call, or we would have beat the Buffalo Bills.
And you don't believe in the Bills either.
Well, right, but you can't deny that they're bad. You can't say that they're bad.
I mean, I can after they almost lost to the Giants.
And they could have beat the 49ers. We played like dog shit all game against the Niners, and we still only lost by a touchdown.
That's fair. I don't know.
He played great against the Bears. Aaron Donald is probably the only non-offensive player that is in the running for MVP. Either him or Jair Alexander. Woo! Because I can't deny what Jair Alexander's doing isn't incredible, because it is something we haven't seen. It's insane.
Well, we might as well get into that game. Did you hear what Nick Foles told Greasy? But it's kind of shaky. But
remind me what he said. Something about like when he calls plays, I already know they're not going to
When Nagy calls the play, I already know that I'm not going to have enough time.
Oh, God, the Bears. That's how you know they're fake, dog.
And I'm like, man, he really exposing you like that. But Nick Foles he's very real in those post-game things.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it, but I mean, to say something like that just gives your team like even more like, oh.
Damn, we're really not that good.
We do know, huh?
Damn, we're not that good, are we?
I mean, the defense looked decent.
Defense is still good. It's just offensively, they're just ass.
What? The Bears? No.
No. The Nick Foles led.
Trubisky and Foles? No.
That's the best 1-2 punch of quarterback we've ever seen.
Put Mitch back in. They won another game.
No,
Mitch is undefeated this season. Nick Foles is not.
This is technically a factual statement.
Foles is so better, though.
Yes, but technically...
Mitch is 3-0.
That is not wrong, because when he technically started against the Falcons and they won...
4-0.
He's totally 4-0.
Mitch is 4-0. Nick Foles is what?
In the first half, play Big Nick in the second.
Nick Foles is 1-2 at this point? Yeah.
He do be having the only 2 losses for the Chicago Bears.
Play my boy Mitch.
Remember when Tom Brady was shaking his ball?
I do remember that. That was so petty. So petty.
Okay. I didn't really care. I was just like...
To be fair, Tom Brady had the greatest performance as a quarterback in Super Bowl history.
No, this was against the Bears.
Yeah, this was against the Bears this year.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, because Nick Foles was waiting for him, looking for him.
Yeah. And then when they played the Packers, Tom Brady fucking ran Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, Tom, you did that on purpose.
Thomas. At this point in his career, it's just who cares. Like,
I guess.
Like in all reality,
I don't know, but Nick Foles kind of wanted it. And he
who cares what Nick Foles wants?
I do. As long as it's not that he wants to start over Mitch Trubisky. But in other NFL news, Carlos Dunlap is now a Seattle Seahawks.
Carlos Dunlap on Twitter is such a fucking asshole the last few days.
So funny.
He's like, a couple days ago, he's like, 1,100 square feet house, this much money in Cincinnati. And he's like...
Yeah, he's like being so petty about it. And then today he filmed that video. He took his Bengals parking spot thing down. And he's just walking around. He's like, It's so funny.
What the...
He deserved to get out of the Bengals. He wanted out.
But, I mean, good for Seattle. They need a pass rusher.
Yeah, I think it doesn't... Just like the Donatary Post situation.
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt nobody.
It doesn't make them worse. If anything, it just makes them that much better. Like, that's slightly better, which they need because their pass rush is probably the worst in the NFL right now.
And, I mean, even if you...
the Cowboys are still a thing.
That's true. Even if you go up, 2 spaces defensively. That's a big improvement.
True.
Especially with how the Seahawks offense is
and not to mention, because Jamal Adams still isn't healthy, is he?
No, he was out.
When Jamal Adams is healthy, that'll make a difference. So, and honestly, not having Jamal Adams made a difference against Arizona.
Right. I think that was probably the reason Seattle lost.
Right.
Did you think Jets won that trade?
In the long run, potentially.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what they decide to do in the draft. If they draft well, then I'll be like, hell yeah. Because I am all for, if you're in the process, because here's my thing with trades. If it benefits both parties, then there's no winners or losers. Because it benefits Seattle, because Seattle's in the win now mentality. We're winning now. Let's just go all in, get superstar players, and let's just do it. Where the Jets are, okay, why would we overpay for a safety? That's fucking stupid when we can get a lot of draft picks for this guy.
That's what the Packers should trade for Randall Cobb. Return of the Cobb.
Honestly, it'd be a great move for the Packers.
Devontae, Lazard, Cobb, and slot. Sign me up. But Cobb is 33 now, so.
I mean, that's still a
Aaron Rodgers make him look good.
Oh, yeah.
Another rumor is Will Fuller.
Texans said they don't want to trade Will Fuller, though.
Oh, man.
I know.
You should have got a couple weeks earlier. Would have got him for nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. Lazard coming back from that. Lazard played phenomenally when Devontae was down. We had both back, so.
Oh, what else? Cowboys basically blew up their team. We were talking about that earlier. Got rid of
I don't know the
corner guy.
He was a veteran. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
He's on a bunch of teams.
Or Daryl Worley.
There we go.
Yeah, but again, it's all right. They're going to get rid of their veteran players. Their defense will be perfect. They'll make improvements.
Look, it's right there. It just adds to the strange effect about these NFL veterans ending up on practice squads.
Yeah, it is really weird.
Was it Eric Reed that said he wouldn't? He
declined it.
He got declined in the offer on practice squad. He said his career. He didn't want
why is Earl Thomas, Eric Reed, why are those people? Why do they not have jobs?
The reason Earl Thomas and Eric Reed don't have jobs is because of their perceived outside of performance actions.
True.
Eric Reed was that of a problem?
Remember, Eric Reed was with the whole Colin Kaepernick controversy thing, and then Eric Reed was kind of a bitch about things too.
Yeah.
And so that's why.
That's so dumb, though. Eric Reed was
Don't get me wrong. I think Eric Reed should be on a starting team. On a team.
Yeah, so should Earl Thomas.
It's just when you do off the field stuff, it's kind of like an Antonio Brown situation last season.
Somehow Cowboys are going to end up with a bunch of cap space, and they'll probably both end up on the Cowboys.
Cowboys said that they do not want Earl Thomas,
which is smart. When you're trying to rebuild, you don't want locker room toxins. You just don't want that.
Right, especially the locker room problems they have now.
Yeah, no shit.
Maybe that's why Everson was traded. Maybe he was the one that was talking shit to the reporters.
Yo, shoot the guys up.
I don't know.
Remember when he threatened to do that?
I do, and then he was sent to a mental hospital or whatever, and it was all big news, he's his career over or something, and then it was
came back a few weeks and played nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, are we just ignoring the fact that he nearly murdered someone and he's just back on the field with the Vikings?
Yeah.
Are we just ignoring this?
And nobody talks about it.
I don't care.
That's true. They don't. It's Minnesota.
What the fuck?
They didn't want another Aaron Hernandez.
Ooh. Well, moving on.
Try for Everson Griffin.
They should try to get Aaron Hernandez.
I thought you were going to say that, and then he said it.
Moving on from that. So if you go back in our archives, or I'll post it on repost it on our Instagram and stuff. Maybe not. He's still got
he's hanging in there.
So good. I can't even hate that one. But so before the season,
neither could Aaron Hernandez's boyfriend.
At least we this. All right.
Back. Before the season started, we ranked the teams how we thought they were going to be. So we did it in 4 different categories.
Yeah.
Top shots above average, average Joes below average. And I don't think we messed up all that badly.
No, we got the basics down. I mean, we put originally as the top 2 NFC teams as the Saints Niners. They're not the top 2 NFC teams.
Right, I flexed it out for Bucks, Packers.
Bucks, Packers. I mean, you can throw Seattle in there if you want to.
I think you probably put all three in there, but
put all three.
AFC, we had Chiefs, Ravens. Is probably Chiefs, Steelers.
I'd take one of those teams out for the Steelers.
Titans, Steelers are the top two teams in the AFC.
I still think Kansas City.
No, I think KC still deserves.
Kansas City lost to a team that's almost lost to a team.
If we're putting three NFCs, the Seahawks, the Packers, and the Bucks, we can put the Titans, Chiefs, and Steelers in for the AFC.
That's true.
Those are the best teams right now.
And then our above average, we did pretty well.
Colts, Titans, Bills. I mean, Bucks we would put higher, but in theory they're there. Same thing with the Packers. Seattle.
Take the Eagles down to average.
Yeah, take the Eagles down to average. Move the Cardinals up to above average. Move the
You're putting them below average.
Are we just putting all the NFCs?
I mean, honestly, the NFCs can we just put in their own category?
I mean, you can.
They're just the NFC East.
And then put the Jets.
Yes, the NFC East and the Jets.
Yeah.
Just might as well.
Honestly, the Jets might actually be in contention for the first overall spot in a division if they played in the NFC East.
Oh, you're right. They are just a couple games out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the Jets could win the division right now in the NFC.
Oh, and they're 0-7.
0-7.
Oh.
Man, it sucked to be like an Eagles fan or a Cowboys fan.
I hate that the Rams are gonna have to travel to one of those godforsaken stadiums.
Yeah. I also think the Rams should go up.
Yes, they did. They're definitely above average.
Browns should probably go up, but I can see where you can argue staying.
Football team down.
Falcons down.
Cowboys down.
Jets down.
And then
in terms of the below average, I say move the Raiders up.
Dolphins up.
I say move the Panthers up as well, and you gotta move the Bears up. I mean, they're still 5-2.
You can fill those spots with the Falcons. Jets, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Another goal for Portland.
Cut the log.
That's 5 slabs. Okay, my guy.
I think Portland's starting to become my favorite. Oh, no, I have to say with Chicago.
Wow. But yeah, so we kind of... We did
the gist of it.
We kind of know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think we did a good job on the Colts predicting.
I think we did a great job with the Colts. The Bills.
In terms of
the average teams, we did a great job.
Below average, I thought we did a really solid job, too. Texans, Giants, Jags, Bengals.
I mean, they're all kind of performing that way.
I mean, yeah.
They may seem more talented, but...
Don't forget, Patriots is still in the below average category.
Did we? Oh, yeah, we did put the Patriots.
We can leave them down there.
Yeah, they can.
They can hang out with the Jets.
They can hang out with the Jets for a little bit. Don't hurt
They don't have half their roster, which that was something we didn't know when we made that list was going to be a thing.
That's true. That's true.
With half the roster,
we just knew no Tom Brady. Tom's winning the battle, by the way. Tom could lose out, and I still think Tom won.
I think you can't put it against Bill because literally half of the team that Bill had assembled during the Tom Brady years. Regardless or not, Tom Brady learned skills during the Belichick years.
If Belichick was such a great coach, he would have made it a winning team. Moving forward.
He made them look pretty good.
Pick'ems for the week.
Pick'ems, yeah. So week 8 is almost upon us.
We're done.
Yeah,
we're... 17. No, it's...
I mean, technically...
17 weeks.
Week 8's the halfway point, in my opinion.
I don't like to hear that.
It's technically 18 weeks. Because you'll play 17 games. No,
that's next year.
All right. No,
I don't like to hear we're halfway done with football already.
It went so fucking fast.
Oh, it really does.
One of the worst things about right now is normally there would be other things that were just starting out.
Yeah, that's true.
But now there's all the sports are just ended.
It's just football. All our attention is football. Done with Caleb. I love football.
Halfway over, man. That's crazy.
So is the first game the Sunday night game?
The Thursday night game.
Thursday night.
Thursday and then Sunday and Monday?
Yeah.
Correct. So Thursday night, tomorrow night, but the game already obviously would have happened when this releases. Falcons at Panthers, a divisional matchup. Falcons are really good at blowing leads.
Yes. I think
they're probably the best team in the NFL at blowing leads.
That'll happen again.
Yep, number 1 at something.
Yeah.
I actually have this as a kind of a close game. Guess what? Falcons are going to blow a lead. Not trying to shock anybody. Falcons blow the lead.
That is a world-breaking statement.
It's a close divisional game. I have the Panthers winning 28-26.
I have a very similar score to yours, Ben. In fact, 2-point differences on both ends.
We usually do have a fairly similar score.
We do. I think it's going to be kind of a weird game. I always think Thursday night footballs are kind of weird, so that's why I don't have it as high scoring. But Teddy Bridgewater's playing well this year. Carolina, I think, is just an overall better team than Atlanta is right now, even though Atlanta can put some points on the board, but they're the Falcons. So 26-24 Carolina with the win. Expect a late touchdown by Theodore Bridgewater.
Oh. See, I have an even closer game to Ben's game with a 1-point difference and 2-point difference.
Oh.
That was a 3 total. 29-24 Panthers.
Well, I'm not a follower like you guys to Ben. I actually have it as a pretty good difference. Panthers winning 32-24, but I think that the Falcons will be up at halftime by field goal. Moving on to Sunday night football. This is a game that I kind of hope gets flexed out. It won't probably, but I kind of wish it would.
Actually, I'm going to change my score because I forgot Andy Dalton's not playing. It's going to be Ben, whoever the fuck his name
DiNucci.
is. Ben DiNucci.
Is he left-handed?
He is not.
No.
So
they had a left-handed guy.
Tua is the only left-handed quarterback in the league.
But you remember that the year that Dak got started, they had a left-handed quarterback that was their third string.
That was
Cooper Rush.
Was it?
What?
It wasn't Matt Moore, was it?
No. I think it was Cooper Rush, because they just re-signed Cooper Rush, and he was their Dak's starting year.
I don't know. I originally had a little bit closer game. It's going to be they're in Philadelphia. I'm going to have Eagles winning it 17-7. I think Zeke will get a touchdown on him, but I think the Eagles will win this game. Another divisional game, but a bad division, the worst division.
Yeah, and you say worst division, and I gotta agree with you there by a long shot.
A couple divisional games on our thing.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
All of them except for one of them, right?
Except for Rams, Dolphins, and Bucks, Giants are
2 of them.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are better than the Cowboys.
They are better than the Cowboys.
They are. That's one thing they can say.
I can say that pretty openly, and nobody's going to disagree with me. But I think Ben DiNucci strangely has an okay time. And they get 13 points. He scores 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
15-13.
Yeah, I actually weirdly have Ben DiNucci somehow leading a touchdown drive for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know why.
It is against the Eagles. So.
All right, it's just this is going to be such an ugly game. I'm just kind of throwing the score out there because I just want to know what would just be just a snooze fest of a game to watch, and that would be a 20-10 victory by the Eagles.
Flex it out for Ravens Steelers.
That's what I thought.
That's really.
I thought either flex it for Ravens Steelers or flex it for San Fran Seattle, but then we get Seattle 3 weeks in a row in prime time.
Great. Yeah, because they had Arizona and then who they had the week before? Is that Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah. And then in 2 weeks they have Cardinals again.
Oh yeah, don't put Arizona in there again.
Or Seattle, yeah. But hey.
I have 26-13 Philadelphia.
A nice victory there for Carson. Monday Night Football. Being advertised right now, actually.
I have the Bucks dropping a brick on the Giants. 59-27.
Yeah. 45. What do I have? I have 45-20 Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna put fucking 59 points.
Oh,
I don't think they're that bad.
I mean, yeah, the Giants are that bad.
They pull Tom Brady out. I don't know. I do have the Bucks fucking.
Just fucking.
I have the Bucks winning 34-13.
Jeez.
It's not even they're gonna put up 59. They're going to stop.
That's insane. Do you guys remember when the Saints dropped 60 on the Colts? When the Colts were the worst team in the league the year before they had Andrew Luck?
Yeah.
I do, because I was like, how the fuck do you score 60 points in an NFL game? Because that's hard to do in an NFL game.
Well, yeah. Do you remember You remember 56, 52? Last year? That was
a couple years ago. Yeah.
No, last year. Saints Niners.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Rams Chiefs.
I would watch Bills Patriots. I would watch that. I'd watch Chargers Broncos.
I guess.
I'd watch Saints Bears.
I guess.
Bears Eagles.
There's only a bunch of games I'd rather watch than any NFC East game. No NFC East game should be allowed to prime time this year.
Right, it's just because of the fucking Cowboys. It's the only fucking.
Oh, it's the Cowboys and the Eagles. They're two of the biggest brands in football. Fuck. I'm going to get a bad game.
But I think it's going to be a little closer. I think Daniel Jones is also going to turn on the Jets again this week. He's going to have another good rushing game.
Is the turf monster going to get him, though?
No. The theme for Daniel Jones seems to be that he's getting a little run going, right?
I think he's so far been the fastest quarterback of the year.
Yeah,
that was Daniel Jones' big thing last year, too.
Yeah. And I think he's going to kind of continue it, but I think he's going to score a touchdown off of it this week. I think, strangely, Tom Brady's going to throw a pick, resulting in points. And I think it's going to be a high-scoring game of 38-26. I'm not counting the Giants out quite like you guys are yet.
I am.
Is that everybody thinking?
I think so. I think it's your game, Benjamin.
All right. Classic rivalry. Vikings in Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins. Jerry Alexander's going to shut down Adam Thielen. And it's going to be another fun game for Aaron Rodgers. He can be laughing and giggling like he did against Detroit. I do a 42-21. Vikings going to get a garbage time touchdown, but it's not going to be it.
Yeah, I think the Packers are going to continue to steamroll through this really bad Minnesota defense, even though they did have a week to prepare. They will get garbage time points. Zaire Alexander and Zadarius Smith are just going to wreak havoc for this team.
Zadarius Smith's having a pretty good season somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I expect nothing less. So, I think it'll be similar to what last game was. Packers will dominate. Vikings will get a couple garbage points. It'll be nice for fantasy owners. Yeah, Adam Thielen might get a couple, and Jaire's just like, I don't want to play anymore.
Maybe they'll switch sides and Jared go on Justin.
Right. Depending if Justin Jefferson's lighting it up, then they can just be like, oh, we'll just throw you on him. So 46-24 Green Bay, which I'm pretty sure is a pretty similar score to what it was last time.
I also have Green Bay getting a pretty handily victory there. 40-28. I do think that Justin Jefferson's going to have a good game. Continue, even though it's much harder defense.
Yeah,
I think he's just so talented.
Yeah, as long as Jair Alexander's not on, you're fine.
I think he's just so talented that he's going to have a good game.
Pop quiz, do you know where Jair Alexander went to college?
Louisville.
He did.
Mississippi State University.
He did play with Lamar, actually. Fun fact.
No wonder why he's fast.
He's good.
Is it my turn? Or is it Noah's turn?
Oh, Cody Bellinger told Jared Goff it's your turn. God damn it! All the pressure's on us now.
Your turn, Bruno?
So I think it's funny that we all have the Packers scoring at least 40 points.
I think this is why the Packers are still averaging 40 points a game.
Probably. And 42-29 Green Bay.
Jeez. Never mind. I said 52. I was like, another 50-pointer.
No, there's not going to be multiple 50-point games.
Damn. All right, is it my turn?
Green Bay is averaging 38.8 points per game.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right. I did do my team this week. I usually try and stay away from my team. I did pick the Rams, but not for the reason you guys think. Because it is Tua time in Miami, Florida.
No.
I have and I literally can't back this up with any analytics. This is just me being an awful fan, and I have a bad feeling that Tua is going to light it up in his debut. Now, I will say this about the Rams. Our defense, legit. Defense is legit. Aaron Donald, I don't know if you guys knew, best defensive player in football.
No, really?
I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but Aaron Donald is the best player in football, period. I don't know if I've mentioned it before.
Some years, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk about how dominant he is in his position, it's not a whole lot better than Aaron Donald, if any are better than Aaron Donald. But I just have a weird feeling that Tua is just going to light it up against the Rams, that he's just going to be magical with all these great rookie quarterbacks. Tua's actually been having really good practices, I've heard. He's looking good. He's looking healthy. And, the fate of Miami's in his hands. Oh, my God. I weirdly think Miami's going to win 27-20. God, I hope I'm wrong. But I just have a weird feeling that Tua is just going to just rip us to shreds.
So, Tua will flash. So he'll have some good throws in this game. I am starting the Dolphins kicker this week, though, because I think the Rams are going to win 27-9. It's all going to be field goals for the Dolphins. Is it Jason Myers is their kicker nowadays?
Jason Myers.
Jason Myers?
It's not.
Is it Sanders?
Yes. Same, doesn't matter.
Myers Sanders or whatever? I don't even know.
No, maybe
Miles Sanders? No, wait, that's an actual receiver's name.
No, Miles. Yeah, the Dolphins.
It's a Dolphins kicker. Why are we discussing this?
Saunders.
Right. Miles Saunders.
The point is, he's starting because they're not scoring a tutty.
I do have them scoring a couple tutties. I have them getting the victory, and I think it's going to be a very close game. But I think that the newness of Tua is just going to be able to edge the hype train of the Dolphins to a victory, and Dolphins are going to strangely towards the end of the season take the division because of Tua.
Oh,
quote me.
If Ryan Fitzpatrick was in, I would maybe.
Game is going to be spookily close, but it's going to be a Rams victory with a 20-17 score.
Nice. Next.
nice dunks.
My game. So if you notice something, I didn't pick the Broncos game last week.
And
they lost. I picked the Broncos game against the Chiefs. Or against the Jets. They won. I picked the Broncos game originally against the Patriots. They won. I didn't pick the Broncos game, another loss that they had. Anyways, I think the Broncos have a decent chance of beating the Chargers, and so I picked the Chargers at the Broncos. I think the Broncos have a better chance being in Mile High. I think Brandon McManus is going to have another fantastic game. He'll probably have another 26 fantasy points, so if you don't have him, pick him up.
Do you have him?
I do have him again. It's just a 1 week thing, and it fucked me over. But it's going to be a close game. Chargers are legit. Justin Herbert's legit. But weird things just keep happening to the Chargers to have them lose games. And it's going to happen again because the Broncos weirdly win games because the defense or special team does something ungodly and unexpected. And so the Broncos are going to win 28-22, guys. Broncos going to be 3 wins.
That is true, that the Chargers have been unlucky. But this is the game that Justin Herbert is going to stamp his name for Rookie of the Year right here.
No, not against the Broncos defense.
Oh, yeah, no. He's gonna throw 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he is going to win 35-28 in a high-scoring game.
I like the high-scoring part, I guess.
Yeah.
See, I have a similar score to you, Mr. Duncan. Actually, only a 1-point difference, but it's for the other team. 28-21 Chargers.
Yeah, Justin Herbert's going to have a really good game. This is where I think they finally got a win. Now they can be like, all right, enough is enough. We're going to start winning some games here and put ourselves in a playoff contention here. And it starts against division rivals, the Broncos. Justin Herbert has a day, 34-24, Chargers with the win. I still worry about the defense without Derwin James. So, yeah, they'll get 24 points. So Drew Lock will make a couple good throws.
I just got to say, go Broncos! I'm wearing my face mask, my Broncos face mask this week.
I don't wear my Packers one at work.
I haven't been working.
Well, I guess I need to get a Rams one now. Damn.
My grandma made mine. Well, when my grandma made mine.
Oh.
I bought mine off Etsy's for $7 because my grandma didn't want to make mine. She made my mustache one, and I'm like, hey, can you make it? And she's like, and I'm like, okay. I was disappointed. But, shout out to the grandmas out there. Grandmas are probably the people listening. I mean,
yeah.
Hey,
if they can figure it out.
Hey, even though you're not our grandma, you're honorarily our grandma.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
If you want to send food because we're all starving young adults, we.
I don't know. I'm kind of
DM us on
not.
Instagram, and we'll get it from that.
Don't think I've ever starved a day in my life. I can't claim that.
Grandmas, I'm hungry. Okay. Speaking of hungry, we have a divisional matchup for two hungry teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably game of the year candidate again.
Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. San Francisco is going to Seattle. Now, I picked this game because I think it's upset material, but I don't want to pick San Fran to win. Because I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
I feel like I need to put this somewhere.
So I have Seattle winning 27-23.
Love it.
I don't have. Wait, you say San Fran winning?
No, I said Seattle.
Oh, good. I also have Seattle winning. I thought you said San Fran for a second. I think this is going to be, this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game whenever the Niners and Seattle play. It's always a high-scoring game. So I have Seattle winning 41-35. Absolutely no defense will be played this game. It's going to be who can fucking throw the ball as far as possible.
When do the Rams and the Seahawks play?
Weeks, I think. We have our bye after this week.
Because those games are randomly statistically low scoring.
They are. Regardless, in the core years, we had to play Legion of Boom. I feel like this year's might be a little more high scoring.
I remember the year that it was still when the Legion of Boom was kind of a thing. The Rams were still in St. Louis. They beat the Rams, and they beat the Seahawks 9-6.
We weirdly always have success against Seattle at least once a year. It's so weird. I can never explain. I mean, now I can because we're actually good.
It's because it's a divisional game.
Right, but it's just weird. For all the bad years the Rams have had in St. Louis, I don't miss those years, in case you guys were wondering. That looks
Their
good.
flamethrower burger is really good.
Oh, yeah, their flamethrowers are fantastic.
It's just not the taste for me, personally.
I'm going to go last with my prediction. I suppose I should probably go next to fill time for dunks.
Well, yeah, I think it's just you and Duncan.
I mean, we can waste time. We're really good at that, especially me. So, Ben.
Yeah.
Is the double life starting to get to you? Because I just saw a picture of what Justin Turner looked like before you took over his life. Him without a beard looks nothing like you. So I know that's like he started growing his beard, and you're like, buddy, it's my turn to be Justin Turner.
Yeah, we just swap in and out pretty easily. It was more difficult when you took a beard, but now it's just like change clothes basically.
See, I thought that you didn't start it until he started growing his beard.
No, we did.
Oh, okay.
And we switched jobs. So he goes and he lifts furniture all day. That's why he stays in shape, stay ripped. And then I go sit on a bench for a couple hours and fucking swing a couple balls. And then
so
eventually, a couple get out of the park. And hey, so when's your ring coming in?
It takes a little bit. It takes a month or two.
Okay. And I suppose you really don't want to bring it here, just in case it gets lost. Yeah, I don't blame you.
You'll wear it when you're in your Justin Turner garb, but
yeah, I'm sure I'll bring some fancy
Right, like
pull it out on a red carpet, Marie.
Like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm a world champion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, Doug, I'm going to go last because I'm the only one that disagrees with all of you.
All right, so who do you trust more, Russell Wilson or Jimmy Garoppolo?
Russell Wilson, that's a fair question.
Russell Wilson, who do you trust more, the 49ers and winnable or hard situations, or the Seahawks in hard situations?
Right now, I trust San Francisco in the hard situations.
Right now,
here's the thing. I trust Russell Wilson in the hard situations, but I think the San Francisco 49ers...
I trust Russell Wilson as well.
All it comes down to is who do you trust more? And I say it's definitely Russell Wilson.
And so I have the Seahawks on 36-28. It's going to be a fun game, high-scoring game. Game of the year candidate. Probably go into overtime. Wait, what this? Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I think it's going to be close.
Yeah. So, I'm the only one that thinks San Francisco's winning. And here's why. San Francisco is getting hot at a really good time. Jimmy Garoppolo is looking like his old self. He's starting to get a little bit of his weapons back outside of Raheem Mostert, but now he's seeing good option with Jerick McKinnon. Then they have another good running back that's playing well, I'm pretty sure.
Jeff Wilson.
Yes, Jeff Wilson. So they have some young studs there. The defense. Oh, is he hurt this week?
Yeah, I have no idea who this. I saw him on the fans camp. I don't know what his name is though. They're starting some random this week. All the running backs are hurt.
Well, it's okay because the receivers are coming back somewhat. George Kittle's back to full health. Jimmy Garoppolo's been playing better because of it.
Ayuk is good.
What's that?
Ayuk is good.
I actually am starting him this week against who do I play this week? I don't remember.
Me.
Oh, I play Ethan this week.
Oh,
I don't know. He's projected to beat me.
Jeffrey Wilson.
But
the other person.
Jamaikel Hasty.
I don't know.
But I also don't trust Seattle's defense. Seattle's defense has been suspect all year, and it's probably one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Russell Wilson, though, he's still the MVP as of right now. The turnovers have been just going up a little bit. I've noticed it a little. What's that? It's just a little bit. Like you hear he had 3 against in my opinion, not a very good Arizona defense. So I think San Francisco is going to ride all this momentum as underdogs. Hey, there you are, Ben.
Oh, Ben, you're on the Sports Center.
You're wearing that.
COVID has been nice. It's so easy to hide my identity.
I bet. That would make it like...
Literally, that picture with me with a mask on, you could have put that same mask on.
Was it you or was it your second?
We switch out a bunch. I honestly don't know when that picture was taken.
No, that was a backwards hat, so might have been you.
It might have been me.
Wait, so when you say you go to work, is it really to LA?
Well, sometimes. Sometimes he comes and lists French all day, and then I go there.
Is there ever a time where he's going to come do the pod?
I'd like to meet him, get an autograph.
Every time Ben's been like, man, I can't make it today. It's been when Justin Turner has taken.
Oh man,
I'm stuck in LA.
I haven't even thought about that.
But yeah, I think San Francisco's going to win a close one, 34-31, San Francisco. And then all of a sudden, the division is wide open.
That's why he wants them to win. I do for a reason.
Yeah. Obviously.
And all of a sudden, the Rams and they beat the Dolphins. Oh no!
So you know how we talk about how if the Giants would have beat the Eagles, they would have been first in the division, right?
Yes.
If the Niners beat the Seahawks, everybody will have the same win records, but the 49ers will still be bottom of the division because they haven't had a bye yet.
Wow.
Well, the Rams haven't had their bye yet.
Oh, so they might just jump over the Rams.
Is Dunlap going to play this week?
So the Rams can go 6-2 this weekend and be in last?
You know, if the Rams win 6 days before they can practice.
Oh, okay.
So Dunlap won't play this week, no. Because it takes 6 days before they can practice with the team. There's no way Dunlap's playing this week. It'll have to be next week. Dunlap can probably return to practice to Wednesday. He can probably return Tuesday next week. Probably the first practice of the week. But he'll probably play next week, but not this week.
Who's Arizona play this week?
I don't know.
They're on bye.
Yeah.
If San Fran beats Seattle and the Rams can somehow muster a win against the Miami Dolphins, the Rams will go from 3rd to 1st.
Let's go! We're coming for it!
But if Miami wins, the Rams go down to last.
We're coming for that division.
Just gotta beat the Dolphins.
Just gotta be the Dolphins.
It's an easy task.
It's such a tall task, though. I mean, it's easy, but it's hard.
It's a tall task for a team like the Rams.
Oh, but we're good this year. we'll see what happens. I'm totally.
You're good unless you're playing teams that are they're coming back from also struggling.
Listen, it's we'll be fine.
Everything will be fine. Because we got Ben back.
We have Ben back.
Baseball's over.
Gang.
Football moves on.
Has all of our attentions right now until the NBA free agency.
Yes.
We're doing great.
So
For when Rajon gets signed to the Clippers.
Well,
So now I can double hate Rondo.
there
I
you
just
go.
realized he'd be on one of my least favorite teams.
look at this. Bellinger tells Goff, "It's your turn now. Get that weak shit out of here."
Wow.
They have an 18-1 odds to win the bowl.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
put that pressure on.
We're the SighSquad podcast. I'm Duncan.
I am Noah.
I don't have a Major League Baseball lookalike like that.
And we'll see you next week.
Goodbye, everyone.